Another day in the program and another intensification of the political and social persecution of me, Stephen Bell. As I have said many times before, as time progresses, the persecution of me always ramps up. There's always an intensification, and that's because they keep giving themselves more and more powers and control, and they're using this persecution of me, aka the program, as a way of implementing this new authoritarianism, which is being implemented all across the Western globe. As I have said before, we are going from quasi-democratic societies to outright authoritarianism, and they are using the program and other things, obviously, to implement this. And they're using all the tools and technological capabilities of the program to normalise this situation and to implement fully the authoritarianism which we are all seeing now. And the program, the state arbiters of the program, that being the United States government primarily, and its intelligence agencies, CIA and NSA primarily, in collaboration with the Danish and British, they're using exotic electromagnetic technologies, especially as communication devices, to conduct, if you will, the program. So every time that they are micromanaging or they want to communicate to the public, they're using what you call synthetic telepathy, and that's a technological capability by you can transmit silent speak, or you can transmit thoughts, if you will, by using electromagnetic carriers that are modulated in such a way that our central nervous system and brain will pick up these communications, and our nervous system will translate the information as if they were our own thoughts to ourselves, or what have you. And that's the way synthetic telepathy overall works, is by communicating silently. And in the program, the state arbiters are using this as their primary method of micromanaging, directing, controlling the public. Like, they are also using this technological capability to speak broadly to people. So beforehand, this technology was classified, secret. There is loads of patents on synthetic telepathy that you can go search on Google for, and there are and it's obviously still being held secret, but it's being used publicly. So we have a situation where the state arbiters of the program are running what you call psychological operations, aka psyops, and they're using directed energy weapons or electromagnetic weapons, which is the same thing, as a way of running the program, and that's on top of all the propaganda that they are communicating through other means, and also communicating through other proxies. And proxies in this instance could be anything from YouTubers, comedians, FM podcasters here in Denmark. That would be Denmark's radio P3 especially, is being used completely and utterly by the Danish intelligence agency PET. They are literally running Denmark's radio P3 to a large extent. And that's the same in other places, in the US and the like. They're using middlemen because they know that people do not always believe what the government says, so they like to, if you will, broaden their propagations by using middlemen or proxies to forward the same messages which the government is perpetuating in connection with the program. And when you see that I'm always being attacked by everybody, not just the state arbiters, but also comedians, podcasters, FM stations, and everything in between, it's because I'm just by existing, I'm contradicting the state arbiters and their propaganda campaigns, whatever form they may take place in. I'm contradicting them just by being. So I'm always being ridiculed, demonized, and character assassinated by by literally everybody. And I say everybody, I don't mean everybody in the whole world, but I mean but on a large scale there is a concerted effort to discredit, ridicule and demonize me, Stephen Bell, by running never-ending propaganda campaigns and psyops. And these radio shows or podcasters and FM stations are taking the information which is being perpetuated over the program's dedicated communication channels, i.e. one of them being the synthetic telepathy communication system, and also referencing the second technological capability, which is the state arbiter's ability to create virtual movie fabrications in which I, in quotes, feature as the protagonist, despite having nothing to do with the storylines, narratives, claims and accusations that are being put forth in these virtual movie creations whatsoever. But nonetheless, I'm being implicated in them, and these proxies, as I have said, are referencing directly the program's propaganda, stories, narratives and claims and accusations in their individual shows. And you can see this adaptation of the state arbiter's propaganda campaigns being regurgitated by all of these people all across the globe, is because that's the concerted effort which is taking place. And they're doing so because, as I say, just by being, I'm contradicting them and making these videos which they would like to have you believe are only getting a few hundred views, or on YouTube they want you to believe I'm only getting 1 or 2 views, as if that is even remotely possible in the situation which I'm placed, and that being the subject of the program, which is being broadcasted to millions and millions of people all across the world. And they literally want you to believe that not one person or only 1 or 2 persons are actually watching my videos. But every time I say something which hits home, you see a new amplification of the campaigns against me, and you're not seeing direct footage of what all of these things that are being shown in these virtual movie fabrications. You're always hearing about it second or third or fourth hand, or you're watching a virtual movie fabrication which is as fictitious as the $3 bill. So that's how the program is operating, and that is also why they are so that's why they're so draconian in relation to people are not allowed to have organic conversations or interactions with me, because they are so petrified, as I say, that their movie fabrications and never-ending propaganda will be sussed out by having these normal and organic interactions or conversations with me, Stephen Bell, and that is literally how simple it is when you break it down like I have here. And you see, it's a global concerted effort, and it's also a global social engineering and intelligence program run by intelligence agencies and states across multiple countries, and that's just a fact.